dehumidifier. A newer one, but one that seems like it's surprisingly satisfactory.
This is the type of thing that I bet it has a charge of like 2.5 ounces or something crazy like that.
Even's got a good sized bucket still.
It is 5 ounces. It's a 30 pints. I'm not sure if this is by the new or the old standard.
Probably the old.
I don't see a date on here.
Made in Korea, which is pretty cool. So it's an LG then.
Yeah, I don't see a date on here. Maybe we'll see one inside somewhere.
Interesting.
But this has a reciprocating compressor.
That's probably not good for it.
It can't be worse than what I experienced on the way home or shipping to the original store where it was sold. Especially if Dave was doing the delivery. It's a nice quiet fan. An exceptionally quiet fan.
I almost can't even hear it over the blower over there.
Yeah, I want to use this in the house if we get it to work.
That's a nice gas sound too.
That, I believe, is a tick. Fortunately, it is the expired.
We do not condone the ticks on this channel.
No, we do not.
Yeah, that should not be coming out at room temperature.
Well, it has only been on for a couple seconds.
I can't even hear the compressor at all.
Well, it's under no load, I guess.
Oh, we probably should have gotten the kilowatt. And that's on high. Wow.
Yeah, we should get the kilowatt.
I can't even hear the compressor with my ear up against it.
Is it getting cold at all?
There is some frost.
So at least it's got some charge to
Yeah,
work
it's not
with.
flat.
Well, that's good. It makes it easy just to top it off.
Probably got half an ounce in it. Speaking of which, do you have a scale? Like a postage scale?
I do have a postal scale somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Where it the is? If I remember correctly, when we picked this up at the store, we let it run for a long time and it never stopped icing up.
But that sounded like it had a fair bit of gas in there.
Yeah, it's
Like, so it doesn't. It's not smart enough to know to shut it off for a while.
so it's not flat, because otherwise it wouldn't have locked up like that.
Correct. Maybe we just got to let it run for like an hour.
And we can certainly do that while we're painting or something.
Correct. Because, you know, the sealed system is never going to be as good as it was once we tap into it. I mean, if we have to fix it, then you do, but I'd avoid it.
Nope.
Now it probably is smart enough to know not to put the compressor back on. 1 amp has probably got a stupid shaded pole motor. Yep.
I mean, this will be a nice unit if we can get it working, though.
Yeah, very quiet.
I would, like, sleep with this in my bedroom.
I was going to use it upstairs, yeah.
In fact, it's a pleasant enough sound that I would probably enjoy that while I'm sleeping.
Probably got a 2 or 3 minute time delay on it.
What if we unplug it and plug it back in? Wonder if that'll cancel out the delay.
It might, or it might restart it. But by the time we unplug it and plug it back in, it might be 2 minutes.
With how fast we work. Classic.
It's so pathetic.
Oh, that thing hums pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's not mounted exactly the way it should be.
Close enough.
Moves good air though.
Probably should have pulled the one that said light.
Probably.
That's modest.
For a 36 inch, that's pretty good.
Not much pitch on. Here we go again. Not much pitch on the blades though.
Hello. Hello. What a waste. Wasting a phone call. And the fact that it was donated to the thrift store leads me to believe it was having a problem. 'Cause that's a very common disposal method of dehumidifiers, unfortunately.
Especially at that thrift store. There's
Yes.
literally always a dehumidifier there 100% of the time I've gone with you. And we've gone probably at least 10 times.
Yeah, that's a decent survey.
It's drawing 5 amps, which is... that's not nothing.
No, I think it was rated for 5.9. So that's not far off.
I mean, something like this has such a small amount of charge that just being a ½ ounce low could be the difference between working and not.
That is true.
And it is R-134a, right?
Yep. The A?
The...
Yeah, really only the top rung is getting cold, nothing below it. Well, let's let it sit for a while and see what happens. So the evaporator got cold about halfway down to iced up solid, so it's definitely kind of low. Or there's some other kind of refrigerant flow problem.
I'm going to recommend against putting piercing valve on the high side just because
Yeah,
the
we'll
hose
just
is
do the
going
low
to
side.
steal a bunch of charge that way.
It's not worth it for something this small.
No.
We'll just put it on the low side.
It would have been nice to see if there's a restriction, but if there was a restriction, I think the current would have been much, much higher.
Well, if we can't get it easy, then we can always check. But I will note something suspicious that I'm seeing here. You can clearly see the rust stopped right about where it froze up, so this has been a problem for some time. Which I think is really intriguing.
Yeah, the people who used it probably didn't care and they just didn't pay attention.
Well, I mean, if you don't, normally you wouldn't go and just look at the coil to see if it's iced up, so in those people's defense, you know, you turn it on and if water comes out eventually, you think nothing else.
This is getting bad.
There's only been 3 calls, ain't nothing unusual.
He walks right past the phone that's right there.
Hello? Hello? Hello, stupid, you there?
I don't understand what the end game is here.
I don't get it. This is the most blank calls I've had in a while. Do you want to use the electric screwdriver?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I need the forearm exercise. Hopefully I can take just the back off. Interestingly, it looks like somebody was poking around.
Maybe somebody realized it wasn't working before he or she sent it to the thrift store for discarding, which is not the correct way to discard of a dehumidifier or anything else for that matter.
It's unethical, yeah.
It's unhelpful.
Well, that too.
It rips off somebody else. It creates a headache for the store.
Oh, that's great.
Is it stripped out?
No, there's a bunch of crud in there, so the screwdriver doesn't fit.
Just force it in.
Oh, I guess something's trying to tell me something here.
Probably can scrape it out with a small common.
That's what I was looking for.
Is it sticky?
No, it's like a piece of wood or something got crammed in there.
Heck, jams wood inside.
Well, I think it got dragged across something wooden. or cardboard or something like that.
Hate when people jam wood inside screw heads.
I hate that Frigidaire unit.
I hate that wood in there.
Alright, I think I got it. This
Maybe
might-
those top two screws?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a feel for what I'm up against here. Yeah, these obviously have to come out too.
And the two on the top sides. I think that should be it.
I think that the black ones were originally here. I mean, we could always look back at the film and see.
There's two more on the
I
sides.
guess there's no way around it. I'm just trying to get away with taking as little as I can. Luckily, all the white ones are the same size. Well, that's actually no longer the case. All right, we're getting there. I really do like this unit, though. We have a little bit of a situation here.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to just force it off like that.
I'm not forcing anything. But I am going to have to probably prise it a little bit.
Is this a separate piece?
I don't know.
It kind of looks like it. There's a seam across the top.
I don't want to break it anything. Like I said, it looks like somebody was trying to prise this before. Yeah.
There's got to be like little tabs somewhere along the top
Well,
there.
you're usually better at this stuff than I am, so I'm going to let you take a crack at it, because I don't want to break this. The problem is this stupid cord is in the way right now.
I don't think that the cord is very stupid at all.
You want to give it a shot? See what the secret handshake is? I'm going to get a little bit more light. Or
Why
not.
not?
Okay, or
We
not.
can put these on.
That helps. Because I'll just be here for like another 2 hours if
Yeah,
it's
the
me.
lighting on this bench is not the greatest. These lights, I should have put them out further. I suppose I could always move them. Actually, I probably really should move them.
Well, if this is like a studio light,
It should
might
be almost like right here.
it would, or you could put a second one like where the fan is. Oh, there's the
But then I
secret
have to lose the fan.
one. You mean the one that you just shut off?
Yeah. Well, I can always put it back on. It's
Oh no, there's no other fans in this room.
no, it's going to be so hot.
And there's no conditioners either.
There's not, what was it, like 40,000 BTUs in here?
Yeah, actually, that's not even an exaggeration.
No, we've got 18, 14, and 6. And that's soon to be replaced with something else because it's just too loud.
We do not condone the loud machines. Okay.
I hate that.
Nice. Look at that. You didn't even break anything. Now what? You're almost there. I hate that unit. There you go. Nice. I knew you'd get it faster than me. Not that that's saying much. Alright, so this kind of stinks a little bit because there's really not... Well, it's got two return lines.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't...
We might have to just take off that. I guess we really can't take off that insulation because then it's gonna create a different problem.
Unless, and I don't want to do this, but we might not have a choice. We might have to expose the suction line on the compressor. Some rubbery foam over it.
Is it sticky? There's
It
a
is.
sticky residue.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh.
This makes me nervous.
Well, the problem is now it's gonna drip everywhere.
Well, I'll cover it back up. Alright. I don't know if there's enough room to put a piercing valve on here.
That it would be cutting it close. Let's see.
Unless, actually, I have an idea. This is not as big of a problem, potentially. Wire cutters. Technically not the right ones, but they will work.
Actually, that might be okay right there. Well, the problem is, will the case fit back on?
That's what I'm worried about, is the case.
That's the wrong cutter for that.
Is the right one over here? I don't see it.
Yeah, it is.
Is it behind the lamp?
No.
Oh, I see it.
You see it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably would have been done if I just used the wrong one.
That's the right cutter.
I gathered that. I think we can go in through here. Yeah, so it's not ideal, but it'll work. Not a whole lot of straight surfaces to work with on this thing.
No.
I'm going to put this back where it was and get some scissors. Do you have any sandpaper that I can use to try to polish up this
Sandpaper's in that box down on the bottom there.
The one that Dave was messing with last week?
Near where he got the vacuum stuck.
I still don't know how he did that. Yeah, so it's an LG compressor and it's made in Korea, which is pretty cool.
Based on the amount of rust that's there, I really almost wonder if it was like mischarged at the factory and it's always been like this.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, and it's certainly not the first time something like that's ever happened.
Especially because it's such a small amount of gas. You know, if it's a slight margin of error, it's going to cause a problem.
Okay, so if I put it here, oh boy, that's cutting it close. Problem is we're not going to be able to wrap this back up with insulation.
Well, worst case scenario, we just use it without the back cover.
Well, then it's going to drip in there. That's the problem.
That's kind of the problem, no matter where you put it on this, on the return line.
There's really no way around that, no matter what you do. But before we do anything, let's get the sand.
That's great.
Oh, gravity.
I suppose we could just wrap the whole thing over the valve if we had to.
Yeah.
I have, like the stuff I used on the heat pump out there. We could use
that
something
would
like that.
All right. So it's near where Dave. Oh, I see. This feels like it's actually emery paper too, which is good.
You want to put some oil so it doesn't clog?
Boy, you really find that funny, don't you?
I just never heard of sandpaper clogging before.
It lasts longer too. This should take about another 2 or 3 hours,
That's fine.
at least.
We've got 4 hours of film left.
Yeah, can you hold this in place so I can... These wheels are really annoying me.
Yeah, let's just take the stinking wheels off.
Well, that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. Luckily, this gas runs at such a low pressure that...
That line's in pretty bad shape, and all it like dings out of it.
What, here, here, and here? That's intentional. I think that's...
No, like right, there's a nick out of it right there, there's a nick out of it right there.
Hmm. Well, don't look at it then.
Cover it with the service valve.
That's what I'm gonna do. All right.
Is that fully flat there?
Yeah. It's close, but boy, oh boy, man. Let's see. Oh man. I'm just worried that
Yeah, I think the side's gonna cut it closer than the back.
unless I do this, that could work. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think I have much of
Is
a
that
choice.
clear on the side though? I feel like the side of it's thicker than the back.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Now it's going to be really difficult to thread these in unless I do this. That works.
Yeah.
And before I tighten it down, we can just do a fit check. Because it doesn't pierce until you screw the center screw in all the way.
Mm. This machine probably is not a fire hazard.
No, it's probably old enough that it wouldn't be. Oh my lord.
Hello. Hello. Hey, stupid, you there? Hello. You smell like rotten cheese.
I've never heard the phone ring this many times as I've been here.
I don't know why there's so many blank calls today. What's the point of calling if you're not going to say anything?
Sounds like a farm in here. And how low the pressure is on the low side, this will probably never leak. 134a is like 70 psi at 70 degrees. That's how I remember.
What is the freezing temperature? Or
I'm not
the freezing pressure?
I don't remember.
I'll get a chart for it.
All right,
This is probably one on the computer somewhere.
looks like there's enough clearance here.
Shuts okay?
The what okay?
It shuts okay?
It seems to be. Yeah. It's tight, but it makes it. Yeah. I forgot that you have a computer over there. That must come in handy when you're working on stuff in here.
It does.
Okay, so can you not fall right now? I really don't have patience for this. Come on.
Okay, so it's 27 psi at 32.
Okay.
So
So we want to aim for about probably 30 to 35.
and it's 76 degrees in here, so that's, you know, it might be used in slightly cooler temperatures, but not much.
Okay, so this fits. There's not much room to breathe, but it does fit.
Well, if it suffocates, it suffocates.
All right. Put
I need
this.
to replace the printer in here. This thing has been a piece of nonsense for the last couple of weeks.
Before I forget, and I will, I'm just gonna use Tom over here to suck up some of that dirt that I created with the sandpaper. See how many amps this is.
I think it's only 4.
Oh, I didn't even look. .29. Those bearings sound bad. Okay. All right. We'll hook up the gauges. And again, before I send this, I'm just going to make sure that are these screwdrivers in any particular order?
Not really.
Okay, I didn't. I try to put things back where they came from, but I don't always remember what that order looks like.
As long as I get back on the bench, that's good enough.
Okay. Okay. All right, now where did I put the? Oh, they're right here.
Well, we're just going to have to look at it on the computer because the stinking printer's busted up.
Okay. No, it is what it is. I'm not gonna get upset about
out
it.
the window in another day or two.
Can you film it when you do that?
Sure. Actually, I'd like to repair it because the model's nice and compact, but
I just hit myself in the face with this.
well, that was foolish.
Yeah, I hope it was on film at least. Okay, so let's see what we get here.
I should probably get some shorter hoses.
Do you have them here?
No.
Oh, you don't have them yet. Okay. Not a problem.
Because we are losing a lot of gas in that hose.
This is like something that, what is his name? UXW Bill would do. He's had quite a few dehumidifier videos.
Yeah.
Okay, turn that off. Make sure everything's nice and tight. I prefer to wear gloves when I do this because I don't want to get refrigerant on my fingers.
Well, I can screw it on if you'd like.
Okay, that's actually probably tighter than it needs to be. The O-rings work surprisingly well, so. Alrighty. So I think that this is usually 2 turns, so.
I think this is one of the. I think this is one of the first videos actually documenting this process.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't believe that Ken ever shows what he does.
That's annoying me. Okay. So we give it, that's half a turn.
There it goes.
1 turn. 1.5. And 2 turns. I think it says to back it out 2 turns. Yeah, so it's low. I mean, it's only like 45 psi, which, I mean, right off the bat, this is too low.
Yeah. And for those that are curious, this is the Supco BPV31 valves. I like these. They work pretty good.
Okay.
We've had good results with that Hampton Bay unit so far.
All right, so we'll start this
It's got to
stupid
go
thing.
down to like 0.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that's really low. But again, it's probably like an ounce or two. So that's at pretty much 0.
I mean, we'll give it a minute or two to stabilize, but we have this can here. You can get this at an auto parts store. This is R-134a. Make sure if you're going to do this, you check what gas it uses, because they don't all use this. This is like $12 for a can of 12 ounces, and this only has like a 5.5 ounce charge in it.
134 the A.
Yeah. And this is a self-sealing can. There's a little rubber seal in there, so you have to get a special adapter if you have an old can tap. And the other thing to keep in mind is that the can tap has Acme threads on it, and the gauges have flare threads, so you have to get an adapter for that. All of which I brought with me.
I guess I should get all these adapters.
Yeah, they're relatively inexpensive.
There's just no pressure at all.
Yeah, that's why it's freezing.
So at 0 psi, it is 6 degrees.
Well, that's certainly cold enough to cause a
that's
problem.
pretty cold.
Like I said, I don't think it's going to take much.
Well, even if it was flat, it wouldn't be taking much.
I just wish these hoses were a little bit shorter. That's the only complaint that I have.
Yeah, I gotta get some shorter ones. Because we are wasting a lot of gas inside the hose. Well, relatively speaking. Probably half the charge sits in that hose.
Really surprised. Oh, I gotta. You know that adapter that I just talked about?
This adapter and he didn't put it on.
I'm too busy pointing things away from my face. I bet you this only needs like an ounce or two.
Probably.
Okay, open up this guy. And what I'll do is I'll purge it out of the high side just because that's open. That's probably good enough. And we'll just let this sit for a few minutes just to let it stabilize. It's at like 5 psi right now, so...
It's way down here.
Just feeding it in a little bit at a time. It's at about 10 now. It's just weird that it's low and not flat.
And it doesn't seem like it's any worse than it was the last time we used it last year, so
No.
if it's got a leak, it's a very, very slow leak.
I'm trying to go slow because I don't want to overcharge it, because then that's a pain in the butt to deal with that. But this only has a tiny little pinhole in it to charge it through, so it's not going to take much as it's charging right now. Yeah, it's still 20. We want to go for about 30 to 35 psi, I think.
35 psi is about where the freezing point is. I'm starting to hear the gas a little bit now.
And the current's going up too. What is it rated for? I don't even remember.
I think we said 5.9.
Okay, so it's got a ways to go.
And the ice is starting to melt.
I should have weighed this before we did this so we could have measured how much we put in. Oh well. We're at 25 psi now. It's getting better.
Yeah.
Now the can's getting so cold that This is where a heater actually helps, or put it in like a bucket of boiling water or something.
Yeah.
Compressor's not hot, but then again, it's got so much mass to it, it's going to take a while to warm up. It's not frosty anymore.
No, the frost all melted.
It's actually starting to drip. So we're making good progress. I don't think it needs all that much more. It's at about 27 psi.
It's not going back cold yet.
Now it's at about 30. I don't want to overcharge it because then it's not going to dehumidify that well.
Which is the whole point of it.
That's significantly better than it was, though.
Oh yeah.
You know what we can do? I want to see what the resting pressure goes up to.
And what speed was the fan on?
I think it was on the low.
I would charge it to the low.
Yes.
Rather have less noise.
The resting pressure should be about 70, 75 psi. Before it wasn't even 50. Give it a minute. It's too bad the fan shuts off. Actually,
You could just turn it back on and it'll,
just short cycle it. That'll help build the pressure
the
back up.
electronic controls will keep the compressor safe.
So it's 65. So it's still low. And now because this pressure is higher than this, I can't even charge it until this, you know, kicks back on and then it suctions. Hardly used anything out of this. Actually,
I think you use more than you thought.
okay, so the low side's about 70 psi now. So it's still a little bit low. Let's see, can I add anything?
Probably discharging it at this point.
Probably. Okay, so it's going down. Alright, so it's down to 35 and dropping, so it's still a little bit low.
I'll give it a minute to stabilize.
It's probably not going to require all that much more. So it's at 30 psi, so that's still too low. And the current's still kind of low too. It's 5.45.
30 is 26 degrees.
Yeah, that's too cold. It's still going to ice up. But it's getting there. It's a lot better than it was. And this is going to be a really nice unit when we finally get done with it.
Yeah, it's very quiet.
Is this the quietest one you own, you think?
Of this capacity, probably.
How does it compare to the weight car?
The weight car is quieter, but those are only 8 pints.
Oh.
So this is, you know, many times over the capacity.
Even on high, this is quiet.
Yeah. And the airflow, it's a decent amount of airflow, too.
And that's part of the problem. I don't think the airflow over this is right now. Although,
I think it is.
it's probably, yeah, it's not like an air conditioner where...
Yeah, because the air chamber is still fully assembled.
I really don't want to charge this with liquid, but this is going so slow. Although,
That just fits right in.
And this will never leak. I mean, this is such a low pressure system. I bet you this pressure will never go above 90 psi when it's maybe 100 something psi if it's sitting in a really hot garage, which never really gets that hot in here anyway.
No.
Plus the current's still kind of low. What's the humidity in the garage right now?
It's 53.
So it's not very high.
No.
It's getting there. It's still got a little ways to go. I think it still needs a little bit more.
Yeah, it's not going back as cold as I would expect.
This might have only had an ounce or two in it.
Yeah, I could have.
Like I said, I really don't want to overdo it because little by little, right? Now it's at about 34 psi, so it's still not quite.
Yeah, 34 is 29 degrees.
Warm up, you. Plus the current's still kind of low, so the high side's probably still very low too.
Yeah, it's not really coming back cold yet. I guess it was lower than we thought.
I can't, like I said, I can't tell how much we added. It's very hard to say. I wish I had the scale.
I have the scale somewhere, but by the time I find it...
The problem is this is so hard to measure because the hose is pulling down on it.
Right. Well, we can always measure it after just for the curiosity. I'm sure that somewhere we can get the spec of what that can weighs full.
Yeah, I just wish I would have waited before we started. But some of it's being eaten up by the hose and... This is not frosty anymore.
No, it's definitely improved.
It doesn't need a whole lot more.
It's starting to go back cold, but still not quite what I would expect.
I'm going to turn it off. Look at what the standing pressures are.
It's 76 in here, so it should be about 80 in theory.
80 psi.
Of course, if we had digital gauges, it would tell us all that, but I don't have that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the standing pressure's still kind of low. This thing could have been almost flat.
It seems like this is built relatively well.
And where did it leak from? How is it only partially low?
Well,
I know I said that
I
100
have
times.
a suspicion that it might have been just mischarged from day one.
Yeah, given the way it's rusted, I wouldn't be surprised. Because the standing pressure is only 65 psi.
Yeah, that's a lot lower than it should be.
Now granted, the coil's still kind of cold and it's still siphoning through the capillary tube, blah 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 blah. And it's still only measuring about 37 psi and slightly falling. I'm cheating, I'm charging it with liquid now, but I'm just giving it like the tiniest bit at a time, because that's hard on the compressor to do that. So I'm at 40 psi now.
40 is 35, so you're just out of the freezing zone.
Turn this back right side up.
Yeah, we're getting there now. It's still not quite there, but it's getting there. You can hear it's under a lot more load now.
Yeah, it's not totally silent. It's like actually slightly over, might even be the tiniest bit overcharged now. Yeah, this is getting cold now. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's at 40 psi. Maybe I'll even just...
Yeah, it's 35, so that's reasonable. .9, that's nameplate spec.
40 psi I think is probably right on the money.
Yeah, that's 35.
Like I said, this is cold now. It's actually sweating on the return line. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I call that a success. I don't think it needs any more gas.
No, that feels good and cold to me.
I'm going to stop here. Compressor sounds happy.
Yeah.
Just charges nice and hot.
Coming out kind of warm now, like it should be.
It is slightly over when the fan's on high. I might have overdone it a little bit.
Well, it is also 76 degrees in here.
Speaking of which, see what the standing pressures are. Or pressure, singular.
Yeah.
I think that's about as good as it's going to get. I'm going to shut this off. I think we used about half the can.
Wow.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, some of what's in the hose is liquid.
Yeah, I gotta get shorter hoses.
Okay. The standing pressure's still kind of low, much to my surprise.
Maybe it hasn't equalized yet.
Actually, we used about half. It's hard to tell because I don't know how far up it went.
I'm sure that this has got to say, if it doesn't say on the can, there's got to be somewhere that says what this weight is, you know, when it's shipped, and then...
I could just have, I have one at home I can weigh.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because some of it was lost in the hose, so it's not inaccurate.
That's true. Yeah, we don't really know how much either.
I should just get like 1 foot hoses.
Oh, I'd call that a success, but I'm really surprised how low the standing pressure is. It's only 70 psi, which I guess...
Well, 70 is 70.
Yeah, 70 is 70.
So it's not that far.
Yeah. Plus the coil's kind of cold, and
Yeah.
it's not like 45, which is what we started with, which is bad. I think I'd call 40 pretty good. Maybe just... I just wish it was a tiny bit lower. You know what? I'm not going to mess with it. I think it's good enough. This is a good time to take the hose off. Actually, let's let it run for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really didn't use much. It feels like it's up to about there. So maybe 3 or 4 ounces.
Which would make sense.
These adapters really came in handy, I'll tell you what.
That 5.9, so that's right around what it should be.
If it's the tiniest bit over, I don't think it's going to damage anything.
No.
It just would have been nice to look at the high side, but... Oh, it's 6 o'clock, and look at how much we got done today.
Yeah, that's surprising.
This is unlike us. I really like this dehumidifier.
I like this unit.
Okay. If this is ever going missing, I should be the first person you suspect. This and that Samsung. Yeah, this is working perfectly now. What did you say 40 psi was? I don't remember. So 40 psi is roughly 45 degrees, so that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's going back cold. That's really the ultimate test. It's 5.96 amps over 5.9 rate. So it might be the tiniest bit overcharged by like a fraction of an ounce.
But then if we use it in a cooler environment, now it's charged properly.
The compressor sounds happy though.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have charged it with liquid.
I don't-
A little bit too fast.
I don't think it's over. The very bottom row is still not quite that cold as the top. I think it's fine.
Well, it's not supposed to be, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be, you know, colder up here than, you know, that's your
Right.
superheat, right? So.
it's this. This is how it's going to work here.
Yeah, so this can tap, this adapter, and this other adapter, probably $25 for all
Yeah, I
three.
got to get that stuff.
I'm actually surprised how much it took, though. I'm just gonna boost it a little bit here. Because the current's still climbing a little bit.
Well, maybe we should just give it a little bit of time to...
Yeah, let's let it do what it has to do.
But we still have the 2 fan speeds, which is always a throw off.
And one would expect it's going to dehumidify better on low than high.
Correct.
Sorta, kinda. It's going over slower.
Well, this isn't changing the temperature of the room, so maybe that becomes a moot point.
That discharge line's kind of hot. Probably about 150 degrees. The pressure probably be about 250 if I had to guess.
150 degrees is 262.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty close. It's not worth putting a tap on that side because it's just going to put too much junk in the manifold. Oily mess. Probably uses PAG oil, which... Yeah, it's cold all the way back.
Well, let's give it some time. And check on the Hampton Bay in the meantime.
Yeah, it's probably like icicles in the kitchen.
It probably is. I think we're good with this.
Wow, looks good. Oh wow, this is getting all damp now too.
Well, that's to be expected.
Well, that's kind of the point, right? Put like an extra piece over this or something.
Yeah, I'll get some more.
I really hope I didn't overdo it.
I don't think so.
Let's see if I was able to save enough of this.
It's right around 40, which is...
I think that's pretty good.
40 is about 45 degrees. That's reasonable.
We're not filming, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, trying not to block the camera.
Well, that's just standard.
Okay. Put some tape or something around that.
I might have some left over from when I did the heat pump outside. If not, I'll just go get some. That should probably go all the way back to the bottom of the coil anyways.
Probably.
Because you're going to get drips inside there. I mean, they might just dry up, but it still could happen. Should at least go to the top where it bends.
Well, that's how long it was when I started.
No, I know, but I'm saying when I redo it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll call that a success.
I wonder how much is in the bucket now. Yeah, it's coming out nice and warm. It's not hot, it's warm, which is good.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
It's built up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Heck. What a... Oh, wow.
It's coming out here.
Oh, is it? Is there a hole drilled
There's
in
a
it?
drain, hose connection.
Sorry about that. Well, at least it's nice and dry in here. We'll
Turn the
just-
machine back on.
Yeah, just turn it back on and no one's the wiser, right?
I wonder if I have a cap we can just throw on.
Yeah, actually, that's going to be a problem, right? Because if we keep running it, it's just going to dump water out all over the bench, which of course you don't want. Well, good thing I did that then, I guess.
Yeah, that would have been a mess in the house. We'll just take this cap from a piece of garbage sprinkler.
Nice. All right, good. 5.8 amps. So yeah, it's a little bit.
I think 5.8 versus 5.9 is not a
Close
concern.
enough. Now,
And
if
it's
it was
also
like,
77 in here. These are meant to run in 65, 70-degree basements.
great unit.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Okay, it's fixed.